I'm Mel. I'm Meldon Moffitt, short for Mel LV. I'm an organization member. I'm a part of the organization called the Lost Voices. I'm from the north side of St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a family of, what, 6 people? 8 people.
Okay. So Mel, I'm familiar with who you are, of course, right? So right now, we just like give you this here floor. You go ahead and tell us about your experiences with police brutality and, share with everybody, you know.
Well, for those that don't know, when the movement started, I was all by myself. I was out there with everybody else, by myself, doing my thing. I wasn't doing nothing bad. I was doing something to support the movement best I could, no matter what. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm gonna put my heart out here because this is real talk. And so when y'all see me, don't just look at me because of right here. Just look at me because I'm in this movement and this is what I mean and this is what I'm going to do. When I first heard about the incident of what happened to the Mike Brown family, which has caused this movement, I was at home, just got off work, me and my lady friend. I stayed right here in Ferguson, right there by the pawn shop. I was just standing there, and her mother said, turn the news on, turn the news on. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I turned the news on. I see a sign. I saw a sign that said, they just executed my son. When I saw that, I put myself in her shoes. Not only did I put myself in the Brown family's shoes, I put myself in each and every family member that lost a child to police brutality and violence. I put myself in their shoes. What would you do if that was your son? What would you do if that was your daughter? What would you do if that was your mother or your father? I did what every person would do. Get out there and find a way to support this movement, to find a way to help make a change, to find a way to help bring some closure to some of these families that's suffering and going through these agonies of pain because of what these police officers feel, think, or assume, or want to use these badges or this weird thing they say they fear. But how can you fear somebody when you got up there and sworn on oath that you honor to protect and serve? And now all of a sudden you fear for your life? Yeah, right. Tell that to somebody else who believe it, because I don't. But anyway, when I saw that, I came out here in this movement and I vowed, and I'm saying this to y'all and I'm saying this and I mean this, I vow to die in this movement until we get justice. I vow this. I'm not playing. Seriously. I am sick and tired of walking by lampposts, seeing people with teddy bears, RIPs, whatever you may see. I'm sick of it. Honestly, I am. We cannot continue to live our lives when we think that walking by a lamppost and seeing a memorial is a good thing, because it's not. To me, it's not. I'm a very emotional dude, and this movement I take very seriously. And I'm going to be honest with you all, when I see the Brown family, the Von Derek Myers families, and all the rest of the families go through the pain and suffering that they go through, I feel their pain. I do the same thing that they do. I cry. I break down. Because I know that these families shouldn't have to go what they're going through. But yet and still, you let these police chiefs and these governors and these Republicans and these Democrats say it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing until it happens in your backyard. When it happens in your backyard, then you're going to start caring about things. But don't wait till it happens in your own backyard. Care about it now. Care about it now. Care about it now. Because each and every life that was taken had a chance to do something, had a chance to be somebody, had a chance to sit up on that Democratic pole or that Republican pole and make a change in these communities. When I walk in these communities, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I get up every day and stand in front of McDonald's in Ferguson every day. I don't have no signs. I go out there, but I still go out there. I watch Ferguson. I don't need no help. I do it because I want to do it. Because I know if somebody don't do it, they're going to get away with everything they can. And y'all see they're already doing it. I go out there every day and I watch Ferguson. I'm out there more than cop watch. I'll be out there every day faithfully, single-handedly, with my phone, recording every pullover that they do. It don't take 2 or 3 officers to pull one car over. It don't. So I'm going to tell y'all, when I see Ferguson, I'm just saying me. When I see Ferguson pulling somebody over, I'm getting nosy. I'm going to go right up and get in their business. You know why? Because if I get in their business, there's probably a chance I can save somebody's life. That's why I get in their business. It ain't just in Ferguson. I do it in the city of St. Louis. I do it in the county of St. Louis. I do it in Illinois. Wherever I go, wherever I see them, I'm posting up. I don't need nobody. I ain't saying I can't be touched. I know I can be touched. When God tells me it's time for me to be touched, that's when I worry about it. Until then, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to support this movement. And if that's what I'm doing, it's gonna help me support the movement, so be it. Just like when we went down to Mizzou. I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit here and watch some kids that's really trying to fight to get an education, have to worry and run crying saying they calling them out of their names. Well, guess what? I went to Mizzou, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was hoping, I was praying, and I was looking for one of them kids to call me out my name. And I was going to stand up for all those kids in Mizzou. Call me those names that you were calling them. Say what you were saying to them. Spray paint me like you spray painted those walls and those buildings that you do. And I'm going to show you what I do. I promise you that. Because I'm being honest, y'all. I don't go in violence. But when I see people being racist towards my people for no reason because you feel that we don't belong, or we belong, just do your history and you'll see we belong. All you got to do is do your history, baby. All these little inventions, these modern day inventions y'all holding in y'all hand or y'all walking around listening to, just remember, African Americans created those things. Don't forget that. Some of y'all thinking Christopher Columbus is a great guy. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Christopher Columbus ain't discovered nothing. How you gonna discover some of the people that was already here, which are called Indians, were already here? So guess what? In order for you to proclaim that you discovered America, you got to wipe them out to get that claim, and that's what you did. Y'all wiped them out to proclaim something that y'all never found. Bad news for y'all. So when y'all send y'all kids to these schools, send them to a school that's teaching the right history. Not just saying African American history, but the history, both histories. So therefore your kid won't be walking around in a circle trying to say, well, Christopher Columbus discovered America, or Santa Claus is real. No, Santa Claus is not real. Santa Claus is not real. For the kids that believe he is, you believe that, but for the adults that know he's not real. Let's honor Jesus the way we're supposed to, his birthday, not some man dressed up in a suit. We losing tradition of what we came here for, y'all. Real talk. And as far as what I'm doing to help the movement, I've been taking a little tours, through different states, preaching my story, telling my story. I just came from, my organization and I just came from La Crosse, Wisconsin. They had an issue up there, and I want y'all to hear this issue, y'all. They had an issue up there to where their president was going to allow the students to walk around with firearms. That's a tragedy waiting to happen. That's another higher learning waiting to happen, just in the white community. Now, when we went up there, they asked a lot of questions. We gave them our history of what we do, how we do things, and how we formed and everything. We told them our history. Then they asked us, what can they do to get involved? They asked us that twice. The first time we tried to answer it. The second time we put them in action. We made them get in that marching stand and go out there. If this is what y'all want to fight for, go out there and let them people hear your voice. That's the only way you're gonna get heard. Because if you just stand up there in the crowd doing nothing, they're gonna look at y'all like y'all crazy. Just like they used to do the Lost Voices. They don't do us like that no more. They pay attention to the Lost Voices because we mean something. We mean the movement, not just me. All of us, Ferguson Frontline, everybody that I encountered with, all these people I heard, some I know, some I don't know. Some of y'all may be out here for a reason, some of y'all just be out here to be out here. Me, I'm out here for the movement. I'm out here for those families that suffer. That's what I'm out here for. I ain't out here for no fame. I ain't out here for the media. I ain't out here to get my pockets paid. I ain't out here for none of that. I'm out here to seek justice for the Myers family, for the Brown family, for the Powell family, and for other family out there that suffer across the country and in my own state. I'm out here for y'all. Trust me and believe when I say that. I don't care about none of the extra stuff. When that money was out here, my pockets could have been bulging. It could have, but guess what? I'm one of the ones that can't be bought. You can't buy me. You can't. I'm going to say it right here. When y'all get out there, and if y'all live streaming this, remember, world, you can't buy Mel. You can't buy me. I'm for the people. And if you let somebody buy you, you for the money. I refuse to be that. Anything y'all want to know about me, I'm right here or out there in the community, feel free to ask me. I ain't going nowhere.
Forgive me, y'all. All right. With this, you out here in the movement. You out here. You've been out here, A1 from day one. Doing your thing. And you've had many interactions with the police. You witnessed the brutality that they come with. Can you tell us a little bit about where do you think that comes from within them? Why are they so angry?
I believe they're angry because they're scared of us. They ain't scared of us because it ain't the physical being that they're scared of, it's the appearance that they're scared of. Them people know what we can do. We got just as many doctors in them offices just as they do. Come on now. Look at it. They fear us because they feel that we're a multitude of people that can get something done if we stick together. But now that they see that we all run around crazy, they be like, oh, we got them. They throwing up party and all that. It's time to sit them down. Shut them down. Shut them down. Tired of that. Shut them down. Now, as far as the brutality, I've been locked up at least 5 to 6 times on this movement alone. I ain't talking, and I'm on parole to let y'all know that they're going to have to lock me up for real. I'm serious about this. Every time they see me, y'all know my trademark, bandana, summertime, tank top. That's all I wear. I mean, I ain't finna hide my identity. I'm me, I'm who I am. When they approach me all the time, they always tell me the one thing, what's the main thing y'all see me where I started this at? Hands up, police shooting all them guns at me. Y'all know what that come from? Because I refuse to move. I'm not going to let them tell me nothing. You done killed 2 million of my people, and then you want me to move because you don't like where I'm standing? Well, guess what? I would say what I want to say, but I'm in the church. I'm going to hold my peace. But anyway, I did what I was supposed to do. I stood my ground, and they locked me up. I mean, y'all seen the picture with all them guns pointed at me. They locked me up. They asked me, well, I guess you're not going to go back down there. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I told St. Louis County, man, y'all going to have to kill me before y'all start me going back in Ferguson. They said, where you going now? I said, where y'all just locked me up from? The movement. This is my home, the movement. Sorry to say it, it's my home. When I'm tending my mom, when I get over here, I'm about the movement. When I'm at home, my mom, I'm with her. When I'm out here, on these grounds here, I'm about the movement. So in reference to what I'm saying is the brutality with the police has risen so high because I think that Darren Wilson gave these people a pass. I'm being honest. If y'all notice, since the Mike Brown killing, we had so many police killings and brutality killings from the police, it's ridiculous. And I think they gave Darren Wilson, they gave these people an open pass for it. And these Congress and nobody's trying to do anything about it. But when we stand up and get to turn some stuff up, we violent. We're being violent because you just caused violence. So in order to come up with a solution to what you all are doing, I think each and every district throughout the country needs to go through a once-a-month evaluation, period. That'll solve some of their issues. Because if you fire a cop from one jurisdiction for brutality, why are you going to pick him up in another one? Get rid of him. His job he's done. Darren Wilson, I was reading an article about Darren Wilson, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. This troubled me for real, and I got so mad. I wanted to go out and cause some harm, but I had to go to God with this one because I know my mind was telling me one thing, but my heart was feeling another. When I was reading an article about Darren Wilson, it killed me to hear him say that he can't get hired anyone. It's hard for him to find another job as a police officer. And you honestly want to be hired as another police officer after what you just did? Honestly? So I'm going to tell you, I do some behind the closed door stuff that y'all don't know about. I try to call in to who did the interview with him. I'll try to call some people to find out what it is that y'all believe in this man. How is it that y'all praising somebody that killed a child? How can y'all praise somebody like that? I'm setting them out, like the mayor. You remember how he said that he was going to, quote and unquote, help us with this so-called center over here? Yeah, right. Anyway, so I confronted the mayor and I asked him, are you good friends with Darren Wilson? He said no. So I had to expose him. I said, well, why are you standing on the picture with him? You know what he said? Haven't you ever stood on the picture with somebody you never knew? I said, only way I do that unless they catch me off guard. So you know what you're doing. So I'm going to say it like this here, y'all. Just brutality with these police officers. I'm really getting fed up with it. I'm to the point where, never mind. I'm to the point. I'm to the point.
Meldon is very passionate.
Mel.
Very.
All right.